Page 54, I'll be home for Christmas. 4/4 time signature, 4 beats in a measure, the quarter note gets a count. We got no sharps or flats in a key signature, but we have accidentals all over the place, so look out. Let's take it one hand at a time and make sure we got the notes and the rhythm and the fingering. I don't really think the rhythm's a problem here. It's pretty straightforward as long as you can remember that a dotted half note gets 3 counts because it's the same as 3 quarter notes. But the fingering, we're moving around a bit. Right hand, you're starting here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's tied, so you're going to hold that down for 6 counts. And then for measure 5, they want third finger, so you just scrunch up a little bit and third finger. 2, 3, 2, 3. I don't know why they give you third finger again, because you're there, you're going to use it anyway. And you reach down with the thumb. 2, 3, and that's tied for 2 measures, so you hold that down forever, almost. And then measure 9, you're down here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now they scrunch up a little bit and use thumb. This puts us in position for this. Here, because we're kind of here. And then you scrunch up a little bit and use third finger. 1, 2. So we're kind of crawling around a little bit. I like that. I like that. When I'm first trying to figure out a fingering for something, I like to connect everything. And we're doing that here. This is nice. I like this. So let's go over to measure 21. Remember the numbers at the beginning of each line in the little boxes are measure numbers. So find measure 21 is third finger here. 1, 2, 3. Now B flat here. Just use fourth finger. 3. And then for measure 24, we're going to reach up. You're in this position now. We're here, we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then the last note in measure 28 is thumb. Here, that's fine. This way we're in position for the end. Measure 30, what's going on here? We have an A and a C. And then the next one is an A flat, a B, and a D. You spell out the chord. You just figure it out. One note at a time. Start with the bottom and work it out. And that flat sign is in front of the A. So it's an A flat, B, and a D. Now the fingering in the book is fine if that's what you want to use. It's here to here to here. If you don't want to be up in here, your fingers don't fit up in here very well, then we adjust the fingering. So instead of 1, 3, I'm going to use a 2, 4. And then here I'm just 2, 3, 5. So it's here. See, 3 and 5 are there already. I just got to come down with this one. This way my hand is out here, it's not up here. And then fourth finger on that C rather than third, because I'm using third here. And then you come up for the last chord as a B, an E, and a G. Okay. Yes, that's what they want it to sound like, yes. So there's a few tricky spots in there. In the left hand, well, we got chords. We have broken chords, C, and then a E flat, G flat, G flat, that's a G flat. I know what it is, don't tell me. And then going on. Reach down to the octave and then lift up. There's other fingerings we can use, but this is okay. Let's just do this. C sharp. This is measure 6. And then 4 again. And then measure 9 is an F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5, 7 chord. And the 1 chord, a C chord. And an A minor chord. This is fun. Measure 13 is F sharps. Remember that sharp is good for the rest of the measures, so all of those are F sharps. And then they give you a natural sign, measure 15. They don't need the natural sign, it's a natural anyway, but there's no harm in there, it makes it clear. That's natural. You do that some more. Last line. Measure 29, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then here, and reach up with the thumb. Then you have have two beats of rest to come down for the low C. You should know that last note is a C, way down here. Memorize it if you don't know it. Once you got a handle on the hands separate, then we try and put them together. And you're going to hesitate all over. It's all right. No big deal. We just want to know when the notes, these are together. Here. And then here. And then here. That's by itself. And then this. The right hand is tied there. And then here. Third finger now on the right hand. Measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Thumb here. The third finger. The right hand's tied. You get the idea. You go through and put the hands together, and then go back through it a few hundred times and get rid of all the hesitation, so it's a nice steady beat all the way through. Just work on those spots where you're hesitating or you're having problems and iron them out. As far as articulation goes, this is all pretty connected. You can lift up between the phrases. Now what I typically do when I'm trying to figure out where the phrases are, because sometimes their slurs are not real accurate. That's what they think they might be. I follow the words. If there's a comma or a period or a semicolon or something in there, that's usually where you can breathe. You just lift up. So it's, and I'll speed this up so I can hear the phrases. So it's here. Lift up. Now lift up. See, all of that was one phrase. I didn't lift up at all. Even though the music says to, I kept it down because if you read the words, it's all together. And then lift up. Now here, you can connect this if you want. From measure 20 to 21, you can connect that. Now you lift up. In measure 24, that's not melody. But connect it, they tell you. And I would connect this. So if you read the words, you can get where the phrases are. In this arrangement, it's not too bad. You can, if you want, just follow their phrasing marked in the music if you want and lift up there. It doesn't exactly follow the words, but again, we're getting into interpretation. So I'll leave that up to you and your teacher. Dynamics apply to the melody, that's the right hand. That MP is close to the bottom staff. Doesn't mean anything. The words are in the way. Otherwise it would be in the middle. It applies to the melody, and that's the right hand. That's the upper staff. Whatever you think mezzo piano is, or moderately soft, just sort of soft. Not soft, just sort of soft. And you're going to stay there until measure 11. You have the hairpin to get louder. You're going to go up to a moderately loud here. So it's moderately soft. You just go up just a hair. Now you're moderately loud. And this dies away on its own because you're going to go back down to moderately soft. At measure 24, you're going to go back up to moderately loud. Start at moderately soft at measure 24. Each note just a hair louder. There. Don't get moderately loud until measure 25. And you're going to end it there until you get to the last two measures where you hear and you're going to get soft. I would play this sort of moderately soft if you want. The left hand's got to be in the background. If this is, then this is, yeah. Just keep the left hand in the background. Then at the end, the last two measures, this die away. Because you're moderately loud here at the beginning of the last two measures. You're moderately loud here, and this is moderately soft. And go down to soft. And now this can be soft and very soft. When I play this, I want to still be able to hear this. Don't use the soft pedal, that's cheating. You're going to learn to do this with the hands. Learn to play softly with your hands. As far as the speed goes, this is rather slow. It's it's kind of a melancholy piece. You're thinking about being home for Christmas. It's a felt thing. Don't drag it, because if you drag it, it just... I mean, you can get away with that if you're singing or something, but on a piano, it just clunks along. Piano's too percussive for that, because the sound just dies away and it just sits there and ugh. So don't go too slow, but it is on the slow side. There's a retardando at the end, last two measures. Slow down. Here and here. Slow down, right at the end. The song ended with the next to the last measure on Dream. That's it. That's the last of the song. This last little bit, the last measure, is an afterthought. Just an afterthought. Okay. Now they've added pedal, and that's kind of good because we need pedal for the overtones. This is too dry. I mean, this should be an orchestra doing this with a soloist singing, so forth. So we're going to add the pedal for the overtones, and we're pedaling pretty much all of it. If you want to hear the phrasing, you lift the pedal up with the phrasing, with the right hand on the phrasing, but I'll leave that up to you. So I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. And I'm going to change the pedal after I play the notes. Now, I don't like that. That's too much. This is measures, what, 3 and 4? That's too much. I back off. So I'm going to change the pedal at the measure. So here, change it here. So we lose a bunch of that other sound. We don't want to build up too much here. And then if you want the phrasing, lift up with the pedal so we get a little silence here. So again, from the beginning. And again, between measures 7 and 8, I'm going to change the pedal because I don't want to build it. If you hold the pedal down, that's too much sound. So I'm going to change the pedal at the bar line. If you want to hear the phrasing, lift up so we get a little silence. Now they're telling you to change the pedal. If measures 15 to 16, they're telling you to change. That's what I've been telling you to do anyway. And I'm going to do that same pedal. I'm going to change it to bar line anytime in here I'm getting this. It's like on measures 19 and 20. I'm going to change the pedal there too because I don't want it to build up too much. Now when you get to measure 23, you are building up here. So yeah, if you want to, you can leave the pedal down here. Anyway, that's my impression. Now at the end, the last two measures. If you want all that sound at the end, that's fine. Because now you've got all these notes going. Because if you change it, you lose too much. So maybe you want to keep it here and die away at the same time. Good luck controlling all that. Because this is loud. Soft, very soft. And then you just listen to this sound for a bit. That's what the fermata is. Just hang on to it until it feels right and you let go. There's no set time. If I do it with a metronome, I'll just hold that C in the left hand 4 counts instead of 2 and then lift up. I like to play this with you slowly. Not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to pedal it as I suggested, which is pretty much how they're doing it. Almost. I'm changing pedal a few places that they're not. I'll give us 4 counts. So this is to check. Are you playing the same notes I'm playing at the same time I'm playing them? Do you have all the right notes and rhythms? That's what this is for. 1, 2, ready, go. Hold, 2,